Have you ever wanted to have random inventories? Well, this is a map for you, and this is a tutorial how to make this. You can actually pick how many reselections you want. Let's go into one, for example. And now you have 3 choices. Though, I can go into each of these choices, and it gives me a random kit. This random kit is up to you for selection. You can select it however you want. If you don't like this random kit, you can go in the second choice. If you like it, go into the teleporter and go to the next part of the match. If you see I don't like it, and go in, and here's another kit. Now then, when you're done, just go into the teleporter, and bam, you can be whatever you want. Like right now, I just made a 1v1. If you don't want a 1v1, do whatever you want. So the first step I did was I made a map that was completely water, so I can have a lot more custom ability later. And then I made this little area. This area is where everything's going to take place. It's going to have a border in the center, along with the 2 selections, being 1 selection here, how many retries you have, as well as here, with how many times you want to actually retry. We press every button to retry. And then I'm going to have a teleporter somewhere around here to go into the real match. Now this is all, I put it up on one of these holding platforms. Probably is a better way to do this, I'm just not sure yet. And then, I'm going to take another platform, put it underneath, right underneath, and then have and I'm going to then take and place a barrier on this. This barrier is going to separate the 2 parts, meaning you cannot take a kit before you selected how many retries you have. Now here, I'm going to have a hollow. That's very, very important. As well as I'm going to have it so that it looks nice. So I'll go in the barrier style, and I'll select a force field. I like the blue force field personally. Then I need to select the width, depth, and height. Make it all look smooth. And now, as you can see, there we go. It has 2 parts. This one, where after you select one of these retry options, you go into the next part. Now from here, I'm going to need to place the barriers, or the teleporters, and the billboards. The billboards are the ones that are going to write the options, and then the teleporters are the ones that are going to allow you to select those options. So I'm going to place 3 floating teleporters up in the air, and that's what I like to do. And then I'm going to quickly change them all, make them all look nice with the right text on them. See, this is how I like it mostly, whereas big, it's nice and white color with this little black border on the outside. I'm going to take this and make it each of these other 2 billboards. If you want to know how to do this, simply go and press on that video right now, and you can watch how to make it with the billboards. There we go. I have all 3 options for how many kit reselections you can pick. And now, matching these, I'm going to go and place the teleporters. These teleporters are the ones that you can walk through to select those, as well as to go into the next part. Now then, what I need is a couple of things. So when you go into one of these teleporters, it first of all removes everything else here, all these other teleporters, removes the barrier, and then removes the right amount of kits. So to do that, first off, in each teleporter, I'm going to go and have it so that when you enter this teleporter, it transmits on a signal. Now say, signal 1, I'll have them all transmit on signal 1, this one I'll have transmit on signal 2, and this one, signal 3. Now this is what allows me to select and have it work with these buttons that I'll place over there later. But also, I need to make it so all these other teleporters turn off, the boundary turns off, and that the names go invisible. Now then, after I put all these kits, teleporters, and set them up properly, what I'm going to go is have it so they all actually teleport to Group A. I'm going to have these all teleport to target Group A. The reason for this, when I have them all teleport you back to the center, and this is the teleporter I'm going to use to transmit on Signal 4. And Channel 4 is going to basically make it so that it disables everything else. So when teleporter 2, transmit on Channel 4. Now to see if this all works, I'm going to start the match. Yes, so first I made it so you can see those 3 teleporters just for now, to see if it all deactivates properly. So I go into this one, and there we go, that works all nicely. Everything deactivates. Now that this all works, I'm going to head through the border, and I'm going to go and add 3 buttons. Now instead of buttons, I actually chose to use teleporters here again, just because for me, I like them a lot, and it makes it super easy. So I'm going to put same billboards, again, 1, 2, and 3. That's all the teleporters. I'm pretty sure that just like this one. Yep, just at height like that one. And then I'm gonna quickly edit them Then with these billboards, I'm gonna just simply type one big X, make it red, and then the center. And this is basically what it means that if I go into one of these teleporters for each try, then that teleporter is then removed. There we go, I have 3 big X's. And for this, I'm gonna have a timer block, and I'll put it on the outside. This is what's gonna first deactivate all these X's in the first place. So I'm gonna go out right now and then find a timer block. Put the timer block, I'm gonna edit that. Here I'm gonna have it to start just as soon as the match starts. Auto start, yeah, basically when it starts, and I really only need to complete once. And then I'm gonna have it so on timer end, yes, it should be kind of completed. Trigger, I don't really need a trigger. I don't need it to loop. No sound at all. I'm gonna turn the sound off. And then I don't care about if it counts down or counts. I need to count down because I need it to timer. And then I need it so that when it finishes, so set when completed on transmit on channel 5. Channel 5 is what's gonna basically turn everything off in the beginning that I don't need. So here I'm gonna go on these and make them to the set text hidden on channel 5. So I'm gonna go and place a teleporter under each one. These are the teleporters that are gonna allow you to select which kit you want or retry to go for another kit. Now here, I'm gonna make it the same main settings as this one. Now then, I'm gonna work first on making so this all works, and then I'm gonna make it so it gives you the random inventory. Here I can see that this one has channel 1, channel 1. And this means that I need to deactivate these 2 teleporters on channel 1. What I'm gonna go and do, I'm gonna go into my inventory and add a hovering, floating piece on the bottom. This basically is what will allow me to turn off and turn on these 2. Now here I'm gonna have 2 of them. One, if you go, is only if you go into the second teleporter, which means that if you want to go to only this one and deactivate only this one, well, the first one is if you want to deactivate the second 2. Again, look at this first one. This is channel 1. This deactivates these 2. So I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna go and place first of all a block on each of these, and then I'm gonna have some boundaries. And then I'll place 2 borders. This one is gonna be channel 1. How about? So I'm gonna have it so it enables this one on channel 1, and I'm gonna disable it in channel 5 just in the beginning, just because I have the timer block disabling everything on channel 5. Then I want to have this one being also a red force field. Make it just like no, don't come. But everything else is just I'm fine with. Meaning I do want this to be a full box. You cannot physically go in there. Now height, because it's in the second layer, I have 2, and then I'm also gonna have the width. Pretty sure that is 3. Now this should, there we go. This blocks these 2 teleporters. Now then, it's the bottom teleporter. I'm gonna have so it's height of 3, but width of just 1, because this is just blocking the 1. Now here again, I'm gonna have the red force field. I'm still gonna have it so that it deactivates in channel 5 in the beginning and enables in channel 2. There we go. Now in a real match, I'm gonna just try this out. I'm gonna start game and see how it looks. So there you go. In the beginning, that's all disabled when the timer starts. And I might even make this versus initial like black Mate or someone else that I cannot see this in the beginning. Anyway, after I go say 0 kit, then here, yes, these 2 areas are blocked. I can now walk into here. I can only choose this kit. These teleporters, they don't do anything when I walk into them right now. So here I'm gonna go, and it's all about these signals. I'm gonna transmit onto channel 6. Enter channel 6. Then I'm gonna disable this on channel 6, and I'm gonna enable this text on channel 6. I'm gonna do the same thing with these 2, except channel 7 and channel 8. This one now channel 7, and then as well as this X will become visible in channel 7, and then this channel 8. Now you might think this is a waste because I basically do nothing. As soon as you go into it, it just removes itself. But the good thing about this is that as soon as I do this, is that then I have another teleporter I can use for the signal right here. Now from here on, I'm gonna have this transmit on channel. What would this be? Teleport transmit on channel 9, I'm pretty sure. If this, let me see. This is channel 8. Yes, channel 8. This one should be channel 9. Channel 9 is what the thing that's gonna go right in the back, and I'm gonna use that to give the items. Okay, 5. That's not even, but it doesn't matter. You will never see this part. Anyway, here now, on these item granters, I need them to all have so that they grant item when receiving from channel 9. And then I'm also gonna have them so they cycle to the next item, or maybe just cycle to a random item when receiving from channel 9. That way, every time you get a random item. I'll do that on each of these, all on channel 9. Now, what this means is that simply each of these item granters is for one inventory spot. And when you go into one of the teleporters, it shuffles every item so you get a random item, and then it gives you one of those items. Now also, just make it look pretty, I'm gonna have so that, just in the settings, I'm gonna have it so the trickling prayer gets it, of course. I'm also gonna have it so just clears that one item slot, or that it keeps. Now I wanna actually clear inventory thing. Or no, here's what I'll do. On the very first one, I'll clear inventory, because the very first one is the one that you get in here, and clears inventory, and it clears all the other items. And then it's gonna go on, move on to these ones, and here you're gonna keep the inventory. That way you don't just keep all the items again, but it shuffles them all out. Make sure this is the first one. I'm actually gonna make this with channel 10, and have it so it shuffles on channel 10. But also, when item is granted, treat them in channel 9. This means that this one will be the first one used, and then it'll be the other ones. And here I'll have it so this one enables channel 10. And this way this teleporter goes first, and then it goes to each of these other ones. And here, I want the item. Okay, here I want the inventory was cleared, and it grants the current item. The grant condition always yes. Yes, I want it so when the current item cycles, grant a new item to the player. Yes, this should mean, I think, that when the person comes in there and then this thing changes, then it should give a new item. Now, actually, I might think change a no. Now, equip random item, I don't need that right now. And oh, actually, I do. I'll have this as the first item. This means that this item will be on the first inventory spot, just to make it easier. And then I do not want to remove items from the item random. I want to have it random every single time. Extra ammo, no. Cycle behavior. Now this again means that I want to have it to warp, because if it goes to end, I want to keep coming, and that's it. I'll do it on each of these also. Except on these ones, I'm gonna have it so it does not clear inventory and it keeps all. I'm gonna do that right now. There we go, I did that. And I'll try this out. I'm gonna basically add 2 items in each of these. I'm gonna see how well this works. I'm gonna go try this out and see if it works properly. Basically, I'm gonna go so that you can have 2 kid reselections, and then this should all disappear. Yes, this disappears. The barrier turns off. Here, everything I can't see anything, so I'm just gonna go here. There we go. That becomes an X. I get this random kit. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I reconfigured it wrong, but that should be in the 4th slot, not the 2nd. Okay, this is a different kit. This is another 3rd kit. Okay. Now then, this all works properly. Now I do want to actually add some some sort of light, just to show that you can go into here to collect first item. And then I'm going to configure these so that they turn off when this X turns on. Now, I do want to edit and change around what items are given, as well as now I do want to have a door here. Then I'm going to go place a floating platform, not an invisible barrier, here, where I'm going to have the floor again, still just a floor, normal floor. But I'm going to go and then add a trap. Now I'm going to add devices, again going to my very bottom barrier, place this trap here. Correct, there we go. You see, like here, this just makes this sort of design. And now then, I'm gonna go on this barrier and have it so it disables on one channel. Question is, what channel do I want to disable on? I'm guessing I might just disable this channel on group, teleporter group, channel 10 maybe, because that's when the first items are granted, and so basically you can go through uh, when you got out at least once or a kit. So there's a couple of things I want. First of all, I don't like this boundary being actually just black. I think I'm gonna do instead of blue 4, so I'm gonna have it in just the same matte black. Not where is it? Gloss black. There we go. Now then, I also think I want to have a barrier that just makes the top of this. There we go. All this does is makes a really nice just ceiling. It's a ceiling, which I actually very much like, and I might even eventually just take and change these walls around. These walls don't look pretty. For example, if I wanted to, I can go and look where the sunset is, like the sunset over there. I might just take something, make the box smaller, do whatever I want. Also here, for example, when I come out, when this black box disappears, I might want to, I don't know, some sort of platform maybe. I don't even know. It's up to you completely what you want to do here. Cannot teleport to it. And then maybe you want to have just whatever I want here. Maybe it's going to be a 1v1 match that starts right here. So I'm going to go 8, place a floating barrier there. Might even add 2 to make it look cool. And then I'm going to have the teleporter right on the center. So I'm going to have, wait, just quickly. There we go. 2 teleporters. And then you teleport in the center. So I'm gonna place this wall there. Go 7. My teleporter. Place it in the center. Or maybe above here. And then have this this group. C. Now then, before I finish this, actually, there's one more thing I want to do. I don't like this spawn plate. Since what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna build a little area, just a small, maybe for 9 players. I don't know how big this map you want to be, but say, imagine there's 9 players. Now then, from here you can go and then place the spawn pads. So build player spawn pad. Now then, from here, I'm gonna have on each of these just take it. So each of these teleporters go into signals, and then when players spawn, transmit on channel. I'm not even sure which one it is now. Maybe channel 11. Yeah, channel 11 it is. And go in channel 11 to all of these, and that way, when you spawn, you instantly are gonna teleport to a teleporter, which I'm gonna have in the main rooms. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add another teleporter. Go into devices, teleporter, and place it just right next to it. It doesn't really matter. And then here doesn't have a group, doesn't have anything like that. It's not visible. All I need to do is basically teleport you to here when receiving from teleport channel 11. This way, you start the match. You start out in this area right here, and then you're teleported to this spot right here. This is how and then from here you can have how many options you want. For example, 1 kit, reselection. Then that third option is blocked, and you can have 2 options. You can go in the first choice, see if you like the kits you got, or maybe you don't like it, and so you're gonna go and you can go and change it. And go in the second choice and have another option, and see if you like it more. There we go, another option. And now then, as soon as you went through at least one of them, if you like it, you can come and you go to the teleporter, and there we go. Now you can make whatever you want with your map. Like this is just a 1v1 map if you want it with 2 players. Now again, that whole part is very nice with 1 person because you can exactly select how many people or how many kits you have. You can do the same thing with multiple hubs like that. Oh my god. You can do the same thing with multiple hubs. And it's up to you. The thing about multiple hubs is just the same thing, just copy it twice. If you do that once, then you and your friends will have to agree that you only go into the first once, and basically just remove the functionality of it not working. Anyway, that's the map. You don't have to make a 1v1 area. You can do whatever you want on this map. You can even have just free build with random loot. Do whatever you want, and this is up to you, but that all is really, really nice and easy to use. As well as if you end the match, and you can go in and you can completely randomize and customize whatever loot you want the people to get. For example, you can go and here, if you want, you can select for there to be maybe not slurpfish, or just not that many slurpfish, or floppers, for example. You can add maybe some as consumables, some small fry. Maybe if you want more, you want to get floppers rarely, then you can go in here and just drop one at a time, and then drop this, and that way, basically, you can customize and select what are the chances of you're getting some item. As you can see, this flopper twice, and that way you have a higher chance of getting a flopper, and a small chance of getting a slurpfish or a small fry. Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and if you wanted, you can also customize this, make it look nicer. And also, I did build up in the air to make it really big. If you want to build it next to the water, it'll be harder to see. You can make the whole match on top of here to make it look prettier. Anyway, with that, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye!